Thanks so much for hanging out and talking to us today, gentlemen.
Great to meet
I
you.
love
Thanks for
your
doing
world
this.
over there, Matt. You're looking good. Thank you, thank you. I take that as a high praise. I really enjoy this new series that we're talking about here today, Out There, Crimes of the Paranormal. But I think it begs the question I got to ask: have either of you experienced anything paranormal or just unexplained in your life that you can tell us about? I guess Mark, we'll start with you.
Well, I grew up in New Orleans, so how much time do you have? There's um, there's a place called Pirates Alley in New Orleans, and the lore there is that that's where a lot of people were taken into the dungeons and tortured. And listen, you also do a lot of drinking in New Orleans, but I definitely had an experience when I was like 15 or 16 walking through the French Quarter. And I was a little bit inebriated because that's just what you do for fun in New Orleans when you're at that age. And I definitely heard somebody talking to me out of this little gutter in an accent that didn't feel very modern. And I was trying to convince my friends to come and listen to this person who was calling for help from the gutter. And they did not hear that person, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Joshua, how about you?
I mean, for me, I grew up in New Jersey, and so when I was probably about 10 through 12 years old, I went to camp in the summer in the Pine Barrens, and it's the heart of the Jersey Devil lore is there. And once or twice a summer, we would stay over, and I mean, really, it was the counselors, scaring the shit out of us, hiding out, but it felt real at the time, and I think that feeling that you have when you experience that as a kid, like whether what Mark's talking about or what I did, in the Pine Barrens in those summers. When we're making this show, we're sort of chasing that. It's if we can put that front and center and build off that, then we feel like we can really have something.
Yeah, I think to that point, part of the fun of watching this show is asking yourself the question, are these things possibly real? Or is it that they're so steeped in the culture that there are people around these myths who use them and weaponize them against people who are weak in order to manipulate them to get them to do what they want? Or are there people who are such outliers that they feel like they need to belong, and they find themselves on Reddit, they find themselves in these information chambers, and they get swept up into things almost like a cult. But for us, it was important to treat each of these subjects with respect, and approach them from how they feel first and how they believe first, and just let it unfold. And everyone is wildly different.
And I do think it really lets viewers kind of draw their own conclusions at the end because you present some really well-rounded episodes that show all points of view, really. For our last few seconds here, I got one request for next season, Halloween episode. I mean, it's the most paranormal day and night of the year. What do you guys think? And do you guys celebrate Halloween?
I love Halloween. And
Yeah,
I gotta say, I can't believe you just came up with an idea that nobody else has when we were making the show. That's so good, and we should do that. That was great.
So we got to get that second season first.
Yeah,
As soon as we do, hell yeah, we'll come back to you.
I love that idea. Mischief
Awesome.
Night.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'll be looking forward to it. Awesome. Well, guys, I know you're super busy today. The show's great. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us, and I look forward to the next one and to the next season and that Halloween episode. And I, of course, wish you both a very happy Halloween.
You
Same to
too.
you.
Thank you.